Hello, my name is Lacey and welcome back to Late Night Coloring Mama. Tonight I wanted to do a coloring chat. It's been a little bit since we've done one, so I thought we could do another one tonight. And the book I'm going to be coloring in is Ultimate Coloring Book Treasury. And that says relax, recharge, and refresh yourself. Valentina Harper and Thania McArdle. And this book is perforated, so you can tear them out as well, which is really nice. And they give you tips in the book if you're interested in those types of things. It's one I colored a long time ago. I thought about doing this one, but then I decided I wanted to do the next one. I thought maybe like beachy colors. I thought that would be kind of fun. So we'll do that. And on the back, it has a quote that says, "Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom." Aristotle. And it says, Azuelos, Portugal. Before the introduction of cloth fabrics to their culture, the Cuna people would paint intricate pattern designs onto their bodies as a decorative element of their wardrobe. So yeah, to me this looks like tiles, so I thought I would do something like that. I'm not going to use any greens though for like leaves or stems. I'm just going to kind of do all beachy colors to see how that turns out. I think that would be pretty fun. Trying to get it as straight as I can for you guys. Okay. I randomly picked out 5 colors, which I thought would be kind of beachy. We'll see how they look. I'm not too sure. The first one I'm going to start with is just a Crayola, and it's brown. So I'm just going to go in and just start coloring. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just going to straight up color. And we'll see how it looks out. See how it looks out. I cannot talk today. So how is everyone doing? Hope you are all doing well. I'm feeling much better. How is the weather where you're at? How has it been? It's been really, really hot the past few days, but now we're starting to get it kind of a cool down. Like at the beginning of the week, we were in the 90s. And now we're in the 80s, and tomorrow we're supposed to be in the 70s, so. And I am recording this on a, gotta think of the date, Thursday. A Thursday. And you'll be seeing this later than that, but. Okay, and this is Zena color. This is khaki. CP102. I don't know if that's what the color stands for. I'm thinking it does, because my other ones have different numbers. But yeah. So what did I do on Sunday? Well, it was kind of like a pickup day, like picking up around the house, getting things ready for the kids to start school. Didn't do anything too crazy. Had to get them back on that sleep schedule. We did go to another town for supper with the kids. Kind of like a treat for them when they have school the next day. So they were excited, And then we came home, drove back home, and got ready for our routine to start for bed and school the next day. They're in bed by 7 o'clock because we do get up at 6, but it takes a while to unwind and get comfortable unless they're really tired and they'll fall right to sleep. Usually by 8 they are asleep. Usually. Sometimes they're still a little wound up. Okay, this is actually Colors of the World Crayola, and I'm using a light medium golden. So for those of you that have children, do you have bedtimes? I don't remember myself having a bedtime as a child. I'm sure I probably had something, but I remember when I was older, my mom would be in bed by 10. My dad would already be in bed because he had to get up like at 4 for work in the morning. My mom would stay up and watch the news, and then she would go to bed. So I knew when the lights were out, I needed to be in bed. But I feel like that was in high school. I don't know if I remember much of middle school. I'm guessing we were in bed by 8 or 9. Because I remember being in elementary, and I remember it being, maybe it was 5th grade, 4th or 5th grade, we had a project, and my best friend, she lived a block away, she got to spend the night on a school night because we both had a project that was this kind of the same to work on together. So she got to spend the night on a school night, which didn't happen very often, but if we had like a project, it would be okay. But yeah, I think we were in bed. And I was not ever like a good speaker. I still ain't in front of a bunch of people. I would get nervous and like gulp or choke on my words. Did anybody ever do that? I think my son is going to be the same way because he gets nervous too. He doesn't like to speak in front of the class. He gets shy. He told me he didn't like to, and that's how I was. I've always been that way. Even in high school, I did not like to talk in front of the class. And I would like choke on my words and mess them up, and I don't know why. I think it was just like your peers, you know? Think you're going to get made fun of or bullied for what you say. I don't know. That's how I think I thought. I don't know about my son what he thinks, but we encourage him because he does a good job. So that was that. Monday morning was school. And they start at like 8:30. And my daughter is in preschool, so she goes all day too. Same time. And of course I cried yesterday I cried too, so, but today I didn't. I did better. I think it's because the nerves, you know, I've been home with my daughter for 2 years. Regardless, I probably would have cried my brains out anyway. And she was nervous, I could tell. She ran to the teacher as soon as I left. My son, he's getting older now though, because he said, "Mom, You can wait in the car. You don't have to walk me in. It's kind of sad, but they're getting older. They want to do their own thing. We drive our kids to school. The bus system in our town is a little messed up. Like, they have the public school. Mainly the buses are for the public school. They will pick up private school kids. But the times and everything are sketchy because they can get home way later, and so we just rather just get them home to get homework started and get everything going for the evening. And for my preschooler, they don't have a bus for them, so it just makes sense for us to... They have like this van, but they do say sometimes the van doesn't always show up, so we can't really have that. So we just take them to school. But their first days were great. They enjoyed it. They do have nap time in preschool, and my daughter does not take naps, so she just has to rest for 30 minutes. She just doesn't take naps. She hasn't for a very long time. Now my son, when he was in preschool, he took naps because he wanted to, but she's full of energy. She wants to do all the things in one day. And this color, I did not tell you, is Peacock Blue and Color. It's Color. I love the Color pencils. My next one, I'll be using another Color. I just like the way they color. They almost feel like butter, to me anyway. What is your favorite affordable colored pencil? And why? Why are they your favorite? So on Tuesday, school went a little bit easier. There was this poor little boy. He did not want his mom to go. He was screaming and crying, and my daughter got kind of scared of that, and so she didn't want me to go. She didn't cry, but after a little bit, she just went right in. Okay, the last color is light blue, and this is Color. It says number 81. The Peacock Blue was number 75. So these are going to be the colors that I'm using for this whole picture. We're going to see how it turns out when we're completely done. I don't know. But these are what I thought of as beachy colors. And they make me think of those tiles. So usually after school, I start making supper, unless it's something I've had in the crock pot, which I haven't done yet this year so far since school just started. So I work on supper, and if the kids have homework, they do their homework. The first day of school, my son had they do this bag that they bring home, like a brown lunch bag, and they put 3 items in to describe themselves. So he was supposed to do that on Tuesday, which he brought it back to school, but we had to pick him up for a dentist appointment. Got his first tooth pulled. I've never had a tooth pulled, so I didn't know what to expect. My husband has. So yeah, he was pretty numb and drooling all over. But he hasn't had any pain. He said it hasn't hurt or anything, so that's good. Been asking him every morning, and he says, no, it doesn't hurt. He's eating the soft foods that he's supposed to for a few days and not chewing that side. And Tuesday night when the kids were in bed, I started watching the original movie, The Stand by Stephen King. It's like a 5-hour and 30-minute movie, so of course I didn't finish it that night. I've read the book. The book's like over 1,000 pages. It's a chunker. And it has the 90s cheesiness. But you know, in the 90s, that was great movie content. I still watch that stuff, though. It doesn't bother me too much. Stuff that we watched until everything got so high tech. But yeah, watched some of that. And I can picture scenes from the book in my head, too, when I was watching it. Are any of you Stephen King fans? I've only read a few books, so I've read Carrie, Salem's Lot, The Shining, The Stand, and I've read Night Shift, like the short story collections that there is in that book. They have Children of the Corn in there, which I read that too. I read it all. And now I'm in the middle of The Long Walk. And I've put that book aside for a little while because it was kind of, I don't know. His writing is kind of dense. I love most of his stuff that I've read, pretty much everything, but this one's taken me a bit to get through. I don't know if it because it seems repetitive, but I'm sure I'm gonna finish it, and then we'll see. Maybe it gets better once the farther I get. And I also had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. Just a growth ultrasound. Baby is almost 4 pounds, and I still have 10 weeks to go, so. Or sooner, because they're estimating my due date now sooner, so we'll see. overall they're saying everything looks good. I have 5 more ultrasounds. I've never had so many ultrasounds. It's because of my age, but I don't know. I just think it sounds like, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not dissing them or anything, but I just feel like I know they're being cautious. But I feel like I'm not that old, so I don't know. But it is nice you can see your baby. This one I didn't really see too much because they didn't do a profile or anything. They were just checking the head, legs, arms, belly, heart, just the random stuff, the normal stuff. And then I'll go back in 2 weeks, but I won't have an ultrasound at that one, so. My daughter, I think, is getting the most excited. She's going to be a mother hen. She loves her baby dolls, so she told me that she wants to rock this baby and feed the baby. She wants to do all the things. She's going to be a good helper. Her brother will be too. They're all pretty good helpers. Do any of you have this coloring book? Oh, sorry, I bumped the camera. I just felt in the mood to color in this book, so I was just like, okay, I'll grab this one. I was going to do a color by number, but then I was like, nah, I just want to do a regular picture today. What colors would you color in this picture? I am currently working on a picture in my Creative Haven Abstract Designs as well. Not sure how that's going to look, but I'm interested. I'm enjoying coloring in it, so. It's pretty relaxing. Not really sure what that is supposed to be. I'm just thinking little. I don't know if I'll color that brown. Or should I say khaki? That's the color it is. So Wednesday, did some more picking up around the house, which I do every day, just picking up at least to get it looking clean if I don't get a chance to do other things. Oh, and Monday I did clear out the half of our basement that needed to be done that I've been putting off for months. So that was nice to get that done. Getting stuff stored away in the crawl space or attic. Can actually walk in our basement. But Wednesday, yesterday, did some picking up. My sister-in-law came over. She had some clothes for my son. And I love that. I will take hand-me-downs. I have no shame. Of course, I do buy my son clothes too at the stores too, but they grow like weeds, I tell ya. Now, my daughter, I had hand-me-downs till she was probably till she was 2. So we've been buying all her clothes, and that stuff adds up quick too. Just her school clothes was like over $200, so. And she doesn't even have to wear a uniform yet, so. But she loves all her new school stuff. I picked out a couple things, but she likes to pick out her clothes already. She likes to tell me what she likes and what she does not like. She has very straight hair compared to my wavy hair. So sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge to do in the morning because it's so thin, but we manage. I do braids. Half up, all the way up. Today she wanted pigtail buns, so we did that. At the school, they don't have any AC, but I seen they had someone installing one in the bigger school. The school my son's in, but the preschool and kindergarten, they do not have one. So they move them to different rooms that are cooler. And they could have water bottles and everything. They open the windows, and so that's nice. I hope they get some AC in the other area for the little ones. My daughter is like me. She's very light-skinned, like fair, pale, like me. So she gets super red in the face when she gets hot, and that's how I am. So she was red on Monday a little bit. You dress them in cool clothes, and I dress her in light colors so she's not like sweating in the dark colors on hot days. Now my son, he has a uniform, so he has to wear what they have. What he has to wear for his school. And she'll get to wear a uniform next year. which those are pretty spendy, but that's all you really need to buy for the whole year. Granted, we pick up clothes and stuff here and there, but you're not spending every few months like tons of hundreds of dollars with the seasons. We're still shopping for baby. Only buy the stuff that I use, because when I had my son, I had such random stuff. Some stuff I didn't even know. He's my first child, so you get like tons of stuff I didn't even use probably some of that stuff. And my daughter, same with her. But this one, I know what we used and what we didn't, so I'm just kind of sticking to that. Only what we need. Thankfully, I still have the crib and the playpen. I loved our playpen because it does have one of those like changing sides and like higher up beds you can lay them in. That's why we had gotten it originally, because it was so nice. Because I didn't want the baby in a low one. Till they were older. But my daughter has been sleeping well since in school. She's been so tired, and since she doesn't take a nap when the other kids do, the teacher lets them do stuff quietly. She was so tired. She's ready for bed by the time bedtime comes. She might come out a little bit and talk, but then she'll go right to bed and sleep till we have to get her up. But she doesn't want to get up some mornings because she's so tired. So my kids usually get 11 to 10 hours of sleep a night, which I feel is important for my kids. My son might get a little less because he's still not that tired sometimes, but he gets up early too. We got him an alarm clock too that he gets up with, and you know, they hardly have them in the stores around here. I suppose everybody uses their phones for an alarm. How many of you use an alarm clock, or do you use your phone? My husband and I, we use our phone. But my son has an alarm clock. I had an alarm clock when I was younger. Good practice so he can get himself up. And I'm up anyway, usually. So yesterday, it was Wednesday. My daughter was so tired. She was so emotional after school. We got her water bottle out, and she finished the water, and she was crying because we had to wait for her brother because she wanted to get more water. And then my son was upset because he forgot his homework, which I get it can happen, but you know, we're trying to tell him, you know, well, it's your responsibility. You have to remember to bring that home. You're just going to have to tell your teacher and be honest that you did forget it. So I think that made him feel better. He did have some homework, religion homework, that he kind of struggles with a little bit. So he sat down for a while and did that for quite a bit. But overall, he was happy after it got done. And last night for supper, I made you can do no peak chicken or no peak. I do pork chops, boneless pork chops in the oven with rice. I mix the rice with cream of chicken, cream of mushroom soup, and water, and stir that all together, the uncooked rice, and pour it in a 13 by 9 grease pan. And then on the top, I put the boneless pork chops and put French onion soup mix on the top. And if you want more seasoning, you can, but I do that, and then I put foil over it and cook it for an hour and a half. It can take an hour to an hour and a half, but in my oven it takes about an hour and a half because the rice is still pretty wet at an hour. And then about an hour and a half, everything's fully done. Kids love it too. And I was going to make a vegetable with it last night, but my mind was not there. But that was fine. They were all full because the pork chops were pretty big. There was a lot of rice. I was tired last night. I haven't even been staying up super, super late. It's 1, 2 in the morning. No, I've been going to bed early. And I've been sleeping mostly through the night now, so. Except for when I have to go to the bathroom or something. So today it was storming out and raining, which we definitely needed the rain, so it helps cool it down a little bit. Did some laundry, some other cleaning. Packed my son a lunch earlier today for school because they were having Crispitos, and I think they're a little hard and he can't eat the hard stuff yet. Next week he should be able to, though. Okay, let's see if I missed anything. I don't think so. My daughter got her first homework assignment, but we don't have to bring it back to school until after Labor Day. We have to do a poster for her for About Me. It's about me for preschool. And my son, he gets homework every day in 3rd grade. His teacher said they'll have homework every day. So usually when the weekend comes, try to have him get all his homework done on Friday so he has the rest of the weekend to do what he wants instead of doing homework. I remember when I was younger, I used to wait till Sunday, and that's something I didn't want to do with my kids because you don't really get to enjoy the rest of your weekend and you kind of dread it when it comes to Sunday. Which is weird because I liked school and I liked homework, but if it was the weekend, I wanted to do stuff, you know? His last year teacher that he had, she did no homework on Fridays, which is really nice. I don't know if I want to color that blue too. I think I'm going to. This peacock blue. But it's good though with homework. Then he learns a lot of things. And I told him, Mom had to do it too, you know, have homework. They're so young, they just want to play. And I made for supper bubble up pizza because it's soft too, and I know my daughter will eat it. Basically, you cut up a bunch of biscuits because you're going to cook it in the oven and put your toppings and sauce and everything in there. And it cooks it, and it's basically like pull apart pizza. I've done it a few times. So does anybody have big plans for Labor Day weekend? Doing anything fun? I haven't even checked the weather. I don't know what we're going to do this weekend. I've been wanting to work on a puzzle, so if the kids get their homework done early enough, maybe we'll work on a puzzle, a big puzzle together, because that's what I like to do once it gets close to fall. And cooler weather, and they're big puzzles, so they take us like months. Do a little bit every couple days, and just something fun to do with the kids. I probably am going to rearrange my living room this weekend and dust and do some cleaning and get some fall decorations out. I don't want to put them out too late. I want to get them out before the baby comes, so which I got a ways, obviously, but I just want to get it out. September 1st. And the kids like to help decorate for fall. And then maybe make some little fall crafts with them this weekend. I don't know. We'll see where the weekend takes us. I feel like all the days go by so fast. There's not enough time in the day usually, but we'll see what we can do. Excuse me, sorry. I've been feeling so congested, which is usually common for me in pregnancy, so. Maybe get myself some fall maternity clothes this weekend as my stuff is getting smaller. It's hard around here to find maternity clothes. Like, we don't have them in the store. I think the only store that sells them is Maurice's in my town. So I usually have to go online. We used to have a Yonkers and they had that stuff and then they closed, but that was nice to get some clothes from there. And I don't know if Old Navy still carries them. That's out of town for us, but I used to get some there too. So far, I think I'm liking the colors. I'm probably going to do one more color after this and then we'll stop for today. Are you guys starting to color any fall pictures? I haven't even looked at any. Well, I mean, I've done flips and stuff that might have some, but I'll have to look and see what we can color. Something fallish, maybe. Have any of you finished coloring books this year? I have not. Any good fall movies that you guys like to watch in the fall? Or any TV shows? I watched Glee last night. I know that show's been over for quite some time, but I love Glee. Anything with music, I love. I did watch some more of The Stand yesterday, and I have like 2 hours, I think, and 15 minutes left. So I'll have to watch that one of these nights too. I was watching it while I was folding laundry and doing some other cleaning. Okay, I'm going to do this last color in here and then we'll wrap it up for today. That might be too much blue, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I got a peacock blue, and this one is the light blue. So maybe they're too close together. I don't know. It's alright though. On paper, it looks pretty good. Maybe just the camera looks different. I had to take out my desk drawer that's in the middle by my belly because my belly was rubbing against it. When I used to work from home, my computer desk was here too. And I had to do that when I was pregnant with my daughter. Yeah, I had started working from home once COVID had started. They let us work from home, so this was a built-in desk. It's down in our basement where it's quiet, so I was able to do that. So my daughter at that time was in daycare and my son was in school. And we just decided after a couple years of that I was gonna, because we could stay remote permanently, that I was gonna stay at home and not work because the price of daycare was just. So yeah. What do you guys think of this picture? What colors would you use? I actually think I like it. I really do. I'm interested to see how the rest of the picture is going to turn out. I'm not too sure, but it'll be interesting. So, the book is Ultimate Coloring Book Treasury. Relax, recharge, and refresh yourself. Valentina Harper and Thania McCardle. If you like this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And if you don't want to miss any of my new videos, please hit that bell button down below so you'll be notified each time I upload. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful night and happy coloring. Bye.